Yo, first I want you to watch the BFG video by the Pumpkin Man here. If you can understand these concepts, it'll help you understand this video a lot better. Alright, so it's not very easy for me to set up this situation, but so I'm going to show you in a demo here. If you've ever seen a player just somehow wade through a bunch of enemies with the BFG and you wonder how they got through without really getting hit, well, some of it is up to RNG because you might be close enough to enemies to where they have a chance of shooting at you. But right here, watch as I go for the soul sphere. I could try to W through them, which is very dangerous to do, but instead I went pretty slow on my way there. So let me back up and try to show you one more time in full speed. So I got some tracers on them first while going slow. So I did make a save there. Let me see if I can't replicate that. There, so it kind of worked, except for when I got in the cyber's face, right? There's your RNG that I'm talking about. And then let's compare that to if I just kind of pushed full force with W into there, right? I'm probably going to hit something, probably going to get hit by something that I just can't react to by going that fast. So kind of going slowly, also spamming to try to have tracers in front of you as you're going forward. Those tracers will help to clear the way just a little bit. And also give you time to react to whatever. At the same time, if you're pushing forward, you might be pushing into a pile of enemies that'll stop you, and you'll eat the pile of revenant missiles that's probably chasing you. So yeah, that's a consideration there. Alright, so maybe I just needed to show off this map. It's a one map WOD called Breathless by Nirvana. But anyways, coming from this side is going to be a ton of revenants. And I'm trying to do the horseshoe maneuver. There's going to be cacos all from these four things. So I'm going to be over here. All these cacos, I got to push through them somehow. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tap W. I'm going to try to do it loud so you can hear it, but if I have to just focus on the fight more, I will. But that's what I'm doing, is I'm tapping it so that way the tracers are in front of me. I'm also moving enough to dodge the revenant ball of death that's going to be chasing me the whole time, and also going to do that a few more times. It's a very tight fight. So here we go. That was an oof. Infighting rockets too. Oh, that might not have been infighting actually, but... Yeah. Somebody do that in a run. That's what I want to see. So yeah, hopefully that made sense, right? So basically, right, I had to also push through the cacos as I was going for these megas, right? So if you saw, I was like tapping it, going slowly, right, having the tracers in front of me, and then finally when it's like enough room, I can push through for that mega. Not to mention, while I'm going up there, I probably have a ton of revenant missiles behind me, so gotta have that in mind the whole time. so this is a tiny adjustment that might make a huge difference actually in your gameplay. So I want you to pay attention to where I actually aim each one of my tracers. So right now, right, you see where I'm facing, that's where the cone of tracers is going to be. I want a lot of those to hit the revenants and the pain elementals there. But if I were to just shoot in the direction that I was moving, I didn't actually address the problem, right? The problem is mostly the revenants at this point. The cackles will get killed just as they get close, but the revenants really need to stay back. So I've put already 40 tracers in that direction, and I've given the revenants a huge advantage over me. So instead, I want to make a quick turn just before I run over to make sure the tracers are coming out where I want them. I'm making a quick turn just before the BFG ball comes out, and then push through the pain elementals. Just W through them because, you know, that's the strat for this fight, and then continue on. Alright, so Decino covered something similar to this really well in the video where he's shooting the wall, right, and he's making the tracers hit the revenants in that one no chance fight. And that's just not wasting any time, right? It's getting those tracers out as soon as possible, really quickly, right? So we're going to do something similar here, but we're going to incorporate something else, and that is this archvile. He started targeting us so early, and I have just now clicked the BFG button. If I go up to that archvile, I hit him with the ball, and then I wait for the tracers to come out, he is going to get a free zap on me. So the way that I can save it from right here is if I hit the Baron with the BFG ball, and then somehow maneuver to hit the archvile with the tracers. Let's check this out. It's like that. See that again, slow-mo. There. You see how close that was? He was actually going to get a free zap on me right there. I can't always pull it off, but when I do, it's very helpful. It's an extra 87 or so health that I can have for this. Alright, so this is a balls of steel strat right here. So if you're in a situation where you're strafing around and you've got cyber demons and a bunch of other stuff, right? You're spamming BFG. I've already showed you how to two-shot cyber demons, right? You click right before that second rocket comes out, and then that's how you time it, and then you get in his face. Well, this is going to be a little bit different where you're going to learn how to point blank cybers when they're shooting at you in the middle of a fight like this. So it's very easy to mess up. That's why I say it's a balls of steel strat, but nonetheless, here we go. So I believe it's this guy right here. So I was able to get in between the second and third shot right there and get a really good shot on him. And then of course you got the infighting, right? I was able to get in his face there too. And yeah, this is a very lucky situation. Well, almost all four of the cybers died quickly there. This fight happens to be the bane of my existence, but I won't get into all of that. Along the same lines here, but instead of having a cyber demon with a bunch of other stuff, we're just gonna have two cyber demons to deal with, and we'll see if they give us the opportunity to get in their faces. There, that was pretty solid. Back to Breathless again. So when I grab those cells, the wall's gonna lower. There's gonna be a ton of archviles. Now I could come over here, and I probably should have shown this in the archvile horde video. I think I touched on it in the mentions, but still, instead of being here and maybe coming out with one thing of tracers, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back here, hit that wall, and then I'm gonna hit this wall. And when I step into those archviles, there's gonna be 80 tracers coming out. It's gonna do a lot of damage. Ready? Look at that, like half of them were dead right there. Hopefully that makes sense, and for comparison, oh wait, that's not the save. This one is. For comparison, I'm gonna just do it from here. Maybe I need to watch my own video, don't I? Guess it's out there when I didn't really need to. But yeah, you see the difference? See how much longer that fight went on? I even risked having more archviles come out forward. So one more time, the proper way. Alright, so in the rare occasion that you'll get to use this technique, pre-firing a BFG in such a way before you enter a room that you don't actually wake anything up, but you're able to come in with a lot of tracers, right, and do some damage. So I fired before I pressed the switch there, that way everything was pretty much asleep while I was deleting all those revs, and then you can get on with the fight normally. I know I threw a lot of ideas at you in this video, but the nature of this video is that these are small little adjustments that you could do while using the BFG to help save your life a couple of times, help you be just a little bit more efficient with your shots, stuff like that. So hopefully a lot of these helped. If you have any questions, of course, let me know in the comments if you want me to clarify things, and always be patient with yourself as you're doing these techniques. You won't get all of them on your first try, or maybe you will. But if you don't, you know, always remember that it's a process. You know, you're building habits right now. So, yeah, till next time, peace.